Children, today we have to start with the try these of page 204, which I missed. Okay, so today we will start with that and then we will continue with the exercise. Okay, so one thing we would like, let's do some revision for it. That is, we are studying the chapter direct and inverse proportions, where we studied some situations, yes, in which we also studied that when we consider two values and the value of the one value increases and corresponding to it second value also increases, then both the values are said to be in direct proportion. Like for example, cost of 1 kg sugar is rupees 10, cost of 5 kg sugar is rupees 50, cost of 10 kg sugar is rupees 100. So you can see here the variation, that is the value of x, that is cost of sugar is increasing, and the weight of sugar is increasing, that is 1 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg, and the cost is also increasing, right? That is cost of 1 kg sugar, then cost of 5 kg sugar is rupees 50 and then rupees 100. So the cost and the weight of the sugar are in direct proportion. Okay. So then there is another situation where we discussed about the inverse proportion. Inverse proportion, how is it possible? It is possible when the value of 1 increases, that is if we assume two values x and y, and if x is increasing, y is decreasing. Like for example, cost of sugar, again we can take cost of 1 kg sugar is rupees 10, cost of 5 kg sugar is rupees 20. Okay, here if you will compare the ratio, you will see that the ratio is not common. Okay, why? How? Cost of 1 kg sugar is rupees 10 and cost of 5 kg sugar is rupees 20. So here the ratio will be 1 by 4 and here the ratio will be 1 by 10 only. Okay. So here they are not in direct proportion. Instead they are in inverse proportion. Okay. So this was a very small revision. Okay. Since we had a long gap, yes, that is 2 days of physics, then 2 more days it was considered holiday for Monday and Sunday was the weekend. Okay, so let's start with the try these of page 224, where question number 1 says, observe the following tables and find if x and y are in proportion, and that too in direct proportion. So x and y. Let's see. This is the first one, children. Very simple. Let me write the question first. So here is the question. Okay. Now what to do? We find the ratio. If the ratio of all is same, that means if x is increasing, y is also increasing. If x is decreasing, y is also decreasing. Is it that or not? How are we going to get it? We compare the ratios. If all the ratios will be same, that means it is in direct proportion. Otherwise, it is in indirect proportion. So here 0, 0 got cancelled. 1s are 2s are. So here 1 by 2. 17 ones are 2s are. 14 ones are 2s are. 11 ones are 2s are. 8 ones are 2s are. 5 ones are 2s are. 2 ones are and 2 2s are. So here all the ratios are same, that is 1 by 2. Hence x and y are in proportion. Then we go to the next question. The next part. This was the first part. that is x, value of x and y's are given, that is here is 6 by 4, 10 by 8, 12 by 14, 8 by 16, 22 by 20 and 26 by 24. That's it? No. So how much is it? 30 by 28. So let's check the ratios again, children. If the ratios come out to be same, that means it is in proportion. It means the value of x and y. So let's start. We do it with 2. 2 3s are, 2 2s are. Here it will go by 2 5s are, 4s are. Here it will go by 2 7s are, 6s are. Here also 8 1s are, 2s are. Again by 2 10s are, 11s are. Here both will go by 2 12s are and 2 13s are. Here again both will go by 2 15s are and this is 14s are. So are the ratios same? No, ratios are not same. So are they in proportion? No, since the ratios are not same, so x and y are not in proportion. We can write that. Okay. So basically what we have to check, children, we have to check the ratios. Bring them into their standard form. Okay. Standard form means smallest form. Okay. Simplest form, and then just check the ratios. Okay. And also if you find difficulty in checking the ratios, like for example how to compare, right now so we can understand 1 by 2 and 6 by 7 are not common. If it is asked to find the greater, which one is greater? Very simple, cross multiply and check, or make the denominators same. Okay, so there are multiple ways to solve one given question. So this was the second one, then we do with the third one. Children, we are doing this in book itself, not in the copy. So now this is the third one. Again the value of x and y's. So this is 5, 15, 8, 24, 12, 36, 15, 60, 18, 72, 20 and 100. Let's check whether it is in ratio or not. In proportion or not. So sorry, we have to check the ratios are same or not. So 5 1s are, 5 3s are, 8 1s are, 8 3s are, 12 1s are, 12 3s are, 5 3s are, 5 12s are, 3 1s are and 4s are, 12. So here also 9 2s are, 9 8s are, 2 1s are, 2 4s are. 20 1s are, 25s are. So are the ratios common? If we check only in the first three, yes, the ratios are common. Yes, so we can say the first three values of x and y, they are in proportion. Yes, direct proportion. Not proportion, direct proportion. But when we see the fourth, fifth and sixth ratio, or when we compare them, then what do we find? That they are not same. Hence, the values, that is x and y, are not in direct proportion. So, answer is what? No. The values of x and y, or simply x and y, are not in direct proportion. Okay? This completes your question number 1, children. It had first, second and third part. Now we move to the second question. It has second question also. Let's try and complete the second one. also. So here question number 2, principal is given rupees 1000, rate is given 8%, and fill in the following table and find which type of interest, that is simple interest or compound interest, changes in direct proportion with time. So with time we have to find out whether the simple interest or the compound interest, are they making a direct proportion or not. So let's see here children, the formula is also given, PRT by 100, and this one P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to T. It is plus or minus? Minus, correct. Minus P. So this is the formula given. Now you must be thinking, what is this? I know you have not done this before because we have left the compound interest chapter. We are going to do it after we finish this chapter, okay? And I am going to give you the full explanation about it, okay? But right now the question itself has given us the formula. So let's use the formula and find out the simple interest for the time period. Time period also is given. The table is made already. That is time period for the first year, second year and the third year, the simple interest. Okay, so first we find out the simple interest. That is, we do P into R into T by 100. So when we do for the first one, when T is equal to 1, when T here is 1. So what is P? 1000. And what is R? 8% into 1 by 100. 0, 0 got cancelled. Okay, 10 8s are 80. So here simple interest is rupees 80. Okay, then again 1000% and time 2 years by 100. 10 8s are 80, 82s are 160. Then for third year, that means here time will become 3, right? So 0 0 will get cancelled like this only. 8 3s are 24 and 1 0, that is 240. This is a 0, okay? So 10 8s are 80, 8 3s are 240. Okay, so this is SI. Now we have to find the ratio, that is we have to find whether it is going in direct proportion or not. So we divide 1 by 80. I am doing it here only, 80 by 1 and here 160 by 2 and here 240 by 3. So here 80, 2 ones are, here also 80, 3 ones are, here also 80. So the ratio you can see 80 by 1, 80 by 1, 80 by 1, right? So here the ratio is same, yes, hence simple interest is in direct proportion with respect to T. Okay, so